3 years ago, 5 teenagers in a car died when the driver left this sharp curve near Topgolf and ended up in a retention pond. This is video from that day. Tonight, the families of those teenagers have questions as another driver appears to have veered off the road at the exact same spot. Wink Investigates reporter Olivia Jean is in the studio with us now. Olivia, you spoke to the mothers of those victims who say this latest incident proves something more needs to happen to protect drivers there.
Yeah, 3 years later, the memorial is still there. This week, the mothers who built it came back to find another car had left the road. You can see the skid marks right here on the sidewalk. They want officials to look at whether the curve itself could be made safer, especially with water their children died in is just beyond the road. This is the curve that changed 5 families forever. 3 years ago, in June 2023, 5 teenagers were in a car that left this road, hit a tree, and ended up in the retention pond. All 5 had drowned. Eric Paul, Jackson Eyre, Amanda Ferguson, Brianna Coleman, and Jesus Salinas. Their mothers, years later, want you to know their children were so much more than the names in a crash report.
She was very outgoing. She lived life to the fullest. She enjoyed life.
The only people that weren't Amanda's friends are the people that she hadn't met yet, because you were going to be her friend whether you wanted to or not. It was kind of inevitable.
Eric was a driven kid, very loving and helpful. Wanted to make a difference.
3 years later, they're still here, still caring for this memorial, still talking about their children. This week, something else brought them back to the same spot. A car lost control at this curve Wednesday night, leaving skid marks across the grass and the sidewalk and damaging the fence around the memorial.
Luckily, they walked away from it. They got to go home to their families.
That's why the mothers of Eric, Brianna, and Amanda are now asking a different question. Could this curve be made safer? They know speeding was a factor in the crash that killed their children. They say the road design deserves another look.
You really don't know how deep it is until you're in it. So even though there is a speed limit sign now that they have up, a lot of people still don't pay attention.
The mothers want officials to consider whether a guardrail, rumble strips, speed bumps, additional lighting, or other safety measures could help.
We don't want the same thing to happen to somebody else's families that happened to ours.
The damage to the memorial can be fixed, but
How many more crosses and flags have to be in this area before they do something?
the mothers say this isn't just about one curve. They want road designers and local leaders to look for other locations where sharp turns, steep drop-offs, or bodies of water could put drivers at risk, and consider whether tools like guardrails, rubble strips, better lighting, or other safety measures could help before another crash happens. Olivia Jean, back to you.
All right, Olivia, thank you. The man at the center of the I-75 standoff has been released from the Lee County Jail and has been taken to Hillsborough County. Investigators say LaDavian King killed a woman in St. Petersburg last month and took off down I-75 coming our way. You first heard the story here on Wink News when Florida Highway Patrol caught up with him near the Alico Road exit, causing traffic to back up for hours. It led to a shooting and a standoff, but King eventually surrendered. Hillsborough County says he's still in the hospital and deputies there will book him once he's released.
A new park opens in Cape Coral, and neighbors waited a long time to enjoy it. Just take a look. Wink News reporter Bridget Bruchalski was at the grand opening of Festival Park and shows us the excitement.
Well, this park is definitely big and it's built to be busy. Take a look at one of the new turf soccer fields where the city plans to bring in both rec and travel soccer teams. The nets are up, the benches are out, and Festival Park is officially in play.
You know, I live 5 minutes away, and like I said, I saw the progression. This is a great facility. There's no doubt about it.
Cape Coral neighbor Eddie Latour has watched the park go from an empty site to what you see here today.
I also played soccer for 20 years. So when I'm looking at this is just phenomenal. And I played at the college level, and I don't think we had anything quite like this. So, you know, it's great.
Yes, and finally seeing it through is an amazing thing.
There's plenty to see. Joe Petrella, Director of Parks and Recreation, says this park is nearly 180 acres. There's 10 multi-use fields, plus space for events, and eventually, live music.
This one is truly an athletic park that it provides great, our first natural artificial turf fields, some natural turf grass to provide for future fields, and that amphitheater over there is going to bring good events and a great space for to hold these special events that we do all over the city.
There are also restrooms, concessions, with even bigger plans ahead. Eddie Latour says he's already looking forward to the live music. Eddie Latour says he's already looking forward to the music, including a festival planned here in November.
This is probably the best venue in Southwest Florida, hands down. As far as being a festival event, an outdoor venue, this is it, hands down.
Now, the amphitheater isn't built quite yet, but the electrical infrastructure is there for the groundbreaking. I asked the city of Cape Coral if there's a timeline for when it will be done, but they don't have those details quite yet. I'm in Cape Coral. Bridget Bruchowski, Wink News.
All right, Bridget, thank you. Authorities have arrested 38-year-old Isabel Johnson, who had been on the run, known for using disguises to stay hidden. The Walton County Sheriff's Office says a multi-state search ended with Johnson in custody. They found her in Cottondale, which is a city in Jackson County not too far from Tallahassee. She's accused of killing 43-year-old Jason Colhart, who went missing in May. Detectives found his body buried under fresh cement at Johnson's home with a zip tie around his neck. Investigators say Johnson used different names and changed her look to avoid getting caught. 5 other people have also been arrested for allegedly helping her avoid capture.
24 rabbits left to fend for themselves at a Florida nature preserve now get a second chance at life. Hillsborough County Animal Control says they found the abandoned rabbits in Plant City, many in poor health, underweight, dehydrated, and emaciated. 2 of them did not survive. Workers at the Humane Society of Tampa Bay believe whoever dumped the animals kept them in crowded, unsanitary conditions. Authorities are still trying to track down who's responsible.
Predators can absolutely get them. They're domesticated, so they have never fended for themselves in any way. They have probably never had to hide. So just out in the open, in the heat.
Dumping animals could lead to felony charges. The Humane Society plans to put the rabbits up for adoption in the next few weeks.
Neighbors helped to save a 5-year-old boy with autism in Port St. Lucie. While driving in their neighborhood, they spotted the boy crossing a road and heading toward a retention pond. You're looking at police body cam video here as neighbors spoke to officers. Police say he had wandered away from home. He's nonverbal, so everybody stepped in to help as the boy went into that water.
Everything happened so fast. It was scary. I'm just grateful that he's with his family. I couldn't even imagine that burden as a parent.
Officers say the boy was covered in fire ants but otherwise wasn't hurt. Advocates remind parents that children with autism face a much higher risk of drowning, so quick action can make all the difference, and it really doesn't take a lot of water either.
No, it doesn't. New analysis shows you need 6 figures to live comfortably as a single person in Florida. That's according to financial information company Smart Asset. The site took a look at all 50 states, and Florida came in 23rd based on what you need for housing and utilities, discretionary spending, and savings for retirement and emergencies. The study says a single person needs $100,000 in gross salary to live comfortably in the Sunshine State.
Run across the northbound, going towards 166.
That's body cam video of an officer chasing a man who allegedly stole from his job in Atlanta, leading to this foot chase across lanes of traffic on a highway. Officers say the incident started when a man supposedly stole landscaping equipment from a truck. Video from the victim helped police identify him, and then officers used license plate readers to track his car. They arrested him finally after all this, and he now faces multiple charges.
Naples Zoo celebrates the hatching of 2 Toucan chicks. They're named Cassava and Guava. The chicks are the 2nd and 3rd toucans born at the zoo this year following the April hatch of Mango. All 3 were hatched to a breeding pair, Manu and Macy. Animal care staff will continue to monitor the chicks as they grow and begin to explore their habitat. Look how little.
The beaks are like half their body.
I know, that's right.
At that point.
How do they hold their heads up? Maybe it's difficult.
Plenty of help, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. We've got some isolated storms developing across southwest Florida, some big storms right over downtown Fort Myers. I'm going to show you where these are headed over the next few hours and how your weekend's going to be shaping up in just a few minutes.
Friday Night Wink Tailgate, brought to you by Achieva Credit Union. Banking for good. Banking for you.
Well, the football games generally start around 7:30. So if there's a little lightning out there right now, we're hoping it moves it along.
Let's get in on it.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You know, better now than right at 7 o'clock.
Correct.
So hopefully these will continue to clear up. But I will say, we were just looking at the Doppler. These storms have kind of sparked up very quickly. Just within the past 15 to 20 minutes, we've picked up over 150 lightning strikes now, just over the past 15 to 30 minutes. Most of those arriving from Lee County up through Charlotte into DeSoto. I want to start in Charlotte and DeSoto County. Look at this line of storms right now. It's very slow moving, but look at it. It's making its way a little bit closer towards Punta Gorda and Port Charlotte and closer to I-75 as well, a little bit closer to Arcadia. Since these storms are so slow moving, we'll put the Wink Doppler storm tracker on them. I do expect these to move a little bit more so into town near Punta Gorda as we head towards maybe about 30 to 45 minutes from now, a little bit closer into Port Charlotte as we head closer to 6:45, 7 o'clock as well. Look at this in Lee County. Storms are really firing off. This broken line continues through North Fort Myers, across the Caloosahatchee, into Fort Myers itself. And even look at this, another heavy downpour right along I-75 near Daniels down through Alico. But look at this storm that's been moving through downtown Fort Myers. This is now moving into the Cape, especially northeastern reaches of Cape Coral. Spots like Bella Vita, a little bit closer to 558 there, a little bit closer to North Fort Myers, Allen Park by 608, Calusa Elementary by 614, Cape Coral Hospital by the time we get to 615. Now for the rest of Southwest Florida, including Collier, Hendry, Glades County, not so much activity there, but I am tracking a few showers and storms trying to get going right now in southern Collier. Here's the future track over the next couple of hours. Notice as we head towards about an hour from now, 6:45, that same line of storms continues to track farther towards the west. Might break apart a little bit as well. That chance for isolated showers and storms will likely continue through about 9, 10 o'clock tonight, but notice it's not a washout everywhere, right? You might see a little bit more activity try to make its way in from our east as we head into later on tonight. Here's a look at the temperatures right now. Cooling off in some spots like Babcock Ranch and Palmdale, knocked down to just 78 degrees. That rain moving through is going to cool down communities from Lee all the way up through DeSoto County here shortly. Collier is still very hot. We're at 95 right now in Ave Maria. Let's talk about this weekend. Tomorrow morning, starting out underneath the mostly clear sky, temperatures in the mid to upper 70s. Tomorrow afternoon, we're back in the mid 90s per usual, as the past few days have shown. Expect a good mix of sun and clouds leading up to the afternoon. And then we have scattered storms arriving, but not before those feels-like temperatures get right back into the triple digits, anywhere between 105 to 110. And for that reason, don't be surprised if you wake up tomorrow and there are more heat advisories across Southwest Florida. Those will be issued by the National Weather Service. All right, here's your future track for tomorrow. I will say the morning's trending nice. Could see 1 or 2 stray showers, primarily inland. Most of us don't see that rain the first half of the day. As we head into the afternoon, though, different story. 2, 3 o'clock, isolated showers and storms begin to develop. That chance will persist throughout the late afternoon hours as well. By tomorrow evening, closer to 7 and 8 o'clock is when most of that rain should be breaking apart. All in all, you put it together for tomorrow, about 40% rain coverage. Wait till you see Sunday. Boaters for tomorrow, winds will be out of the east and then south at about 5 to 10 knots, seas 1 to 2 feet. I mentioned Sunday because the reason why, rain chances slim to none. It is going to be dry out there on Sunday, likely the better of the 2 days for the outdoor plans, especially for the beach plans. Get there early. I know it's going to be packed out there. I will say, make sure you please stay hydrated if you're going to be outside. Temperatures on Sunday, 96 degrees. That's your high, perhaps even a degree hotter on Monday. And Monday and Tuesday likely staying dry as well. Those rain chances really don't start to pick back up at all until the end of next week. And now to Friday Night Winks Tailgate. We want to bring in now meteorologist David Nazario. He's at Gateway High School. David, tracking the game day conditions out there right now, let us know why you're inside.
Yeah, Josh, so we heard the alarms ring earlier as the atmosphere kind of unzipped over top of us. The rain started to come down, and very quickly, in rapid succession, we started to see the lightning strike. So the thunderstorms are firing up right on schedule. So now we're indoors. I've got the captain and the lead of the drum line here with me. I know you wanted to do a little talking early. We finally are here. So tell me a little bit about the camaraderie and that feeling of community that you all bring together with such a large team that you both kind of command.
Everybody really has to do their part so that we can have good music. So we all kind of get to know each other and we all become really good friends as we work together. So you get that sense of like camaraderie and like a love for your friends in band and drumline.
I love that so much. Did you want to say anything at all? We still got a couple moments.
It also has a lot to do with like people putting in their own effort. So like me and her, we have to make sure that everyone's on top of their stuff, always practicing so they can get it done.
Excellent. You know, it's all about that camaraderie, that esprit de corps, as we used to say in the Air Force. And now we're going to give you a little bit of that high energy demonstration.
1, 2, 3, 4.
There we go. We'll take Lauren Halper now. She's right next door, also seeking shelter from that lightning.
David, I could hear the drum line from the band room. Now, I can't read the Eagles fight song music, but I know somebody who can. I'm joined now by Victoria. Victoria is a member of the band staff here, and Victoria, you led these kids through band camp before school started.
Yes.
What makes this group different from groups past?
So what makes this group different is that they came in incredibly prepared, as well as their parents. They knew exactly what to do, the routine, especially our leadership. They were prepared to teach everything they needed to know about marching band and the band camp.
And what kind of stamina does it take? I mean, we were out there earlier. It was quite warm, and they're ready a few hours before kickoff.
It was. So our rehearsals are pretty lengthy. Band camp can be from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and it's in some hot weather. So the stamina can be all day. I know people don't think of marching band as a sport, but it definitely is.
I know some people who would take on that debate with you. Well, thank you so much, Victoria.
Of course.
I'll send it back to you guys in the studio for now. Hopefully we'll be on the field by 7:30 kickoff.
Band is so important.
Oh, it is.
They set the tone.
They set the tone. The drum line there, they're so talented. You got to watch them all work. It's really cool.
It's fun, for sure. Thanks for joining us. We'll be right back right after the break.
Friday Night Wink Tailgate, brought to you by Achieva Credit Union. Banking for good. Banking for you.
Starbucks brings back a fan favorite drink for a limited time. This weekend, you can buy a unicorn frappuccino starting tomorrow. The colorful drink first went viral in 2017 and made a brief return at Coachella in April. The recipe features mango flavors, tangy blue drizzle, whipped cream, and pink and blue topping. The chain will limit customizations this time around. I guess it probably slows down the line in the old drive-through if there's too many unicorns coming through.
It already has, right. It already has everything in it.
Yeah, my goodness.
Maybe you could just put plain coffee in it. If you really want to go wild.
Yeah, that's right.
Just have some
ask for black coffee.
Have some black coffee in it, yes. All right, this one's for the Golden Girls fans out there. The iconic straw handbag from the show, right there, just sold for $192,000 at auction. That purse went for nearly 13 times the expected price. Estelle Getty starred as Sophia Petrillo there. She's the one with the purse. She picked out that bag herself, used it through all 7 seasons. An anonymous buyer from West Virginia took it home for, again, the paltry price of $192,000.
There probably wasn't anything in it.
No, I'm sure it was empty too. There wasn't even
nothing at all. Nothing at all. Oh, man.
All right, we're taking another look at Doppler right now because we have a line of storms building through Fort Myers and Cape Coral. That is coming up. The details on that are coming up on Wink News at 6.
Getting the right show. Weather desk. Russ's mic check. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. I'm headed to the weather desk.
Breaking news at 6, we're continuing to follow a fatal crash in Lee County. It happened on State Road 80 right near Buckingham Road. The Florida Highway Patrol confirms 1 person is dead. We're going to take a live look right now out at that intersection, and you can see the backed up traffic. This is a very heavily traveled road. Again, this is westbound going toward Fort Myers. That 1 lane remains blocked because of this fatal crash. We'll continue to keep an eye on this for you, bring you any updates on air and online.
Always tough this time of day, that's for sure. All right, let's take a live look outside, and we're looking west now from Gateway, and you can see we have some storms off in the distance. Some people are getting a lot of rain. Thanks for joining us for Wink News at 6. I'm Russ McCaskey.
And I'm Lois Tomey. We're joined by Weather Authority meteorologist Josh Green. Tell us who's getting wet.